Hi guys, it's Pretend Art here, and today I'm going to be showing you my first project I did with my new colored pencil painting kit from brushandpencil.com. To start off this drawing, I first brushed down my paper with the powdered blender. I did a couple experiments on the side just with a scrap piece of paper, trying it with and without brushing the paper down first with the powdered blender. I liked the results a lot better when I would put the powdered blender down first and then the colored pencils, and then I'd smooth everything over with the sponge applicators and some more of the powdered blender. The paper I'm using here is 600 grade UArt sanded pastel paper. For this kit you have to use some kind of a non-absorbent paper, so either the sanded paper or you could use a gessoed paper. I tried out a couple side experiments with some gessoed paper, and I wasn't liking the results I was getting at all with that. I think it was the paper I was using. It was a cold press watercolor paper, and I really don't like cold press watercolor paper for anything. So I'll be trying out some more experiments with that in the future with some paper I like a bit better. So for my first project with this, I decided to draw a raven. Over on Facebook, I had asked some people what birds they'd like to see me draw, and one of the more popular responses was the raven. I've already done the hummingbird, which was the most popular response, and I also have some flamingos I've drawn, and I'll be putting out a video of that soon, so stick around for that. And then I still have a bunch more birds people wanted to see me draw, so you can look forward to that in the future. I thought the raven by itself would look a bit boring, so I added those roses in. With the roses, the first layer I did was entirely just a dark sepia and one of my yellows that I used in the sky. It was a lighter one, I can't remember which one. And then I sprayed down the texture fixative and was able to go over with another layer of some of my flesh tones, some of the pinks, some of the purples I used in the sky. It's a weird combination of oil painting and pastels. I can't really describe it. I've never used a medium that was like this before, and it's certainly not at all how I've used colored pencil before. If there was a petal that was too dark, or if I just had missed the highlight in my first layer, it was really easy to go back over that with one of the lighter pencils, a cream or a white, and to bring out that highlight again. I've never been able to do that with colored pencil before. The first time I sprayed the textured fixative spray, I did it outside. I wasn't sure what it would smell like. But I couldn't smell anything, so after that I just sprayed inside the house. It is non-toxic, but I did keep my dog away from it just in case it might have irritated his nose. I asked my sister if she could smell it, and she said there was a slight smell, but it wasn't irritating. It certainly didn't smell like any of the fixative sprays I've used in the past with pencil work or anything like that. So I just kept it inside. There's a 15-minute dry time after you spray it, and keep the layers really light. I noticed a couple times, I think it was just I was spraying it on too thickly, I get some weird bubbles of the spray on the paper, but I fixed that by keeping the nozzle clean and just keeping the layers really light. So here I decided to sort of blend the petals of the roses into the feathers of the raven. I'd wanted to do that originally when I first started planning out the drawing, but I decided against it when I sketched it out onto the paper. I wasn't sure how this product would work, and I was worried that would take too much time or it might not blend out. But I think this was one of my final layers when I just decided to go for it, and it was really amazing how I was able to just go over like that. You could barely see the line from the original feathers, and I think if I'd gone over it again, the line would have been completely gone. So with the raven, I think I would have saved a lot of time if I had just blocked it all out completely with my black and the blues and maybe some of the dark sepia. Instead, I decided to build it up a bit more slowly, like how I usually do with the colored pencil, but I think if I'd blocked it out first, I could have gone back over it with my lighter colors to draw out my highlights. I think that's how I'll be doing it in the future when I use this kit again, but even so, with building it up slowly like how I did, this kit still saved me so much time. It seriously cut my drawing time in half, just with how the powder blender worked and how quickly everything laid down. And that is it for this drawing. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you soon.